Hello, I'm Tactical Cowboy, and if you can't tell, it's humid. Very, very humid. But we're going to get through it, and we'll be fine. Before we get started, I do want to thank my dad for sponsoring this video. By sponsoring, I mean this is his 1911 that we're using. I do have my own 1911. It's just that I'm not stupid enough to take my own gun apart without knowing how to put it back together. So thanks, Dad. If you're watching this, then I borrowed your gun and you'll get it back. It'll be fine. You might get it back a piece at a time, but you'll get back every last piece. And also, disclaimer, I am not a gunsmith. I do not claim to be a gunsmith. Work on your own gun at your own risk. So don't try this at home. Alright, let's get started.
A few moments later.
Okay, so when working with firearms, you always want to be as safe as possible. Common sense goes a long way, and so before digging in, then you want to safety check it. Pretty simple. Safety off, and you empty the chamber. Then you're going to want to drop the magazine, empty magazine, and then, you know, as for the heck of it, you're going to want to check the chamber again. Okay, so I didn't even know it was possible, but evidently it had a double feed, meaning that it had two shells in it at the same time. And I believe what you would call that is that was a possible squib situation. So yeah, potential danger out there. Glad we checked, but as for the heck of it, we'll go ahead and check it again. Verify chamber is in fact empty. Okay.
20 minutes later.
Okay, now that the slide is off, then I believe the mainspring housing comes off next, and that requires tapping out a pin. So I like to use a roll of tape to do so. I don't have an armor block. Let's see here. And she's out. Put some pressure. And I believe this is what you call your mainspring housing. Okay, so next, let's take your safety off. Just pulls out. That beaver tail grip safety. See, your hammer is held in by a pin here. Just fall out by itself here. Let's see. Pull it out at this point. Okay. That's out. Oh, something else just fell. A lot of little parts here. Hope I'm not getting in over my head. I think it'll be fine. That's that. That pin's out, and a lot of little pieces just fell out. So far so good though. I don't think it's anything I can't put back together. So looks like lastly you have your mag release and your trigger. and I can't really tell if my point of view of the camera is anything that you can actually see. I have a little screwdriver handy. We're going to use that to remove your mag release. Get these little parts over here. Okay, so to remove the mag release, then you have a slotted fastener. Press in on the mag release, turn counterclockwise, it appears, let it fall out, and that is all that holds the mag or the trigger in. And besides your bushings here and the plungers in there, then this is about as bare as you can go. So for the reassembly, it should just be reverse order. Trigger, do know where that goes. So you're off to a good start. Your mag release right there, and I took it out counterclockwise. So common sense, telling me that now it's going to go clockwise. Well, I didn't get it. Maybe it did. I know where it is. Bear with me. There we go. Pew, 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 pew. Yep, seems to be working. Okay, next. No. I'm gonna get rid of these larger pieces here so I can see what I have left to work with, which is a lot. Probably not. This guy. This must be the Series 80s part that I hear so much about. That, hang on, I'll be back.
1 hour later.
Okay, so I'm going to be honest with you. It appears I've gotten in over my head. Got a few options. I could suck up my pride and put these parts into a bag or a box and carry it to my local gunsmith and paid for him to reassemble my dad's 1911. But I'm not giving up yet. I could go to get my 1911, but honestly, it is a higher end model, and I just don't feel comfortable taking it apart just yet. I don't want to have to pay to have two 1911s reassembled. So my buddy, I know he has a 1911. I'm gonna see if he'll let me borrow it. So let me see if I can get him on the phone, and I'll put this off to the side, and hopefully I can get another one to disassemble, and I'll be more careful this time, and I'll have two functioning 1911s once I get them both put back together. Cross my fingers. So hang on, let me give him a call. Hey buddy, do you still have your 1911? Okay. How do you feel about letting me borrow it? Yeah, I'll still have my 1911. It's just I want to compare it to the others out there. Okay. What brand is it again? Ed Brown. Never heard of her. Must be the high point of 1911s. So If you don't mind, I'll be over there in about 10 and I'll pick it up. Cool. See you then. Thanks. Bye. Okay, so I have secured another 1911. I'm gonna grab it and I'll be back.
6.5 hours later.
Okay, so it didn't quite go as planned. I did get it disassembled. You know, that's the easy part. I'm getting pretty good at that. Disassembling it effectively, such as knowing how to reassemble it, is my downfall. This time I lost some small parts. I hope they're not important. So what I'm thinking now is I have to get out my 1911 and hope that the third time is a charm. Alan, if you're watching this, I'm sorry about your 1911. You'll get it back, every last piece, even if it takes me one piece at a time. But no sweat, I've got this.
Thousands of tears later.
So the third time is not a charm. I didn't want to do it. I ended up taking apart my custom 1911. I paid a lot of money for that one. It'll get put back together, but just, you know, not by me. I have 3 fully disassembled 1911s in front of me. I thought I could put one of them back together, but it just ain't the case. Parts are just all jumbled together. I don't know whose part goes to whose gun. So, you know, just gotta bag it all up and let the gunsmith sort it out. So let this be a warning to y'all. If you don't know what you're doing, leave it up to the professionals. So I think we've all learned a valuable lesson here today. I only hope that my dad doesn't find out, and if or when he does, I hope it's all back together and functioning. But I'm gonna get this stuff bagged up and find what pieces I can, because they're just kind of all over the place. So thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. Wasn't what we expected to learn, but it was a lesson we did need to learn. So God bless. Tactical Cowboy out.